Hi, Aries. It's Rachel. I'm here to do a tarot reading for you for February for 2018. And I've been opening up books by Jung or their counterparts. And this one's Marion Woodman, Dancing in the Flames. And I tried to ground myself in your energy, and then I opened up the book randomly. And this is talking about a specific case. They work with her book outlines a lot of her people that she analyzes, and she uses dreams. Let's see what we can find out about you through this. Here is the core truth at the center of things, stripped bare by the goddess or crone, who can also appear as an Oriental or Native American woman. It was a horrifying experience for James, but one that he could no longer turn away from. The mask of charmer, of hero rescuer, the illusory perceptions of self he had used to justify his previous behavior all had to be left outside of the cave. The rage he had never expressed against the huge energy that was taking away his manhood is finally released in the presence of the crone. It is imperative to note that while his mother in the depths of the cave appears as his personal mother, the energy she presents is archetypal, the magnet that would keep him inert in the mud. The energies that were pulling James into the primal mud had destroyed his capacity to live his own life according to his own values. He was so identified with the establishment, the mother church, corporation, wife, that he could not know who he was. The metaphor in the dream had the power to liberate him into his own manhood. This is so good. I know it's long, but stay with me. The wilderness is a place of reckoning. It conjures up images of danger, isolation, and aloneness. Physically, it is the place where we meet ourselves, undistracted by people or events. We are alone. All of our fears rise up to meet us. We are tested to the utmost. If we can endure the terror, the wilderness also becomes a place where we can begin to experience our own strength, our own resources, our own truth. The Gospels record that following his baptism, Christ too was drawn into the wilderness, where he confronted the temptations of his shadow and overcame them. Very powerful for Aries, who wants to be in such control over his dominion, over her dominion. When I say his or her, just flip for who you are. I don't mean to offend with the pronoun thing. Manhood. Your card is the Emperor. This strict code of honor, of value, of time, of space, of all of the elements, all four elements. Of course, the spirit animal we know is the ram, headstrong, virile. Look at this one, the difference. This is the Sacred Rose deck, which I've been getting into. Another spirit animal for Aries is the owl. This is a much more intuitive take on the Emperor. He's holding this sphere or egg. His boots are he's not armored like this. He's clothed in a spiritual robe, the purple. He has the 7-pointed crown, his chakras, even though I believe the 8th chakra is the aura that he's creating, but definitely 7. This on the top, the fleur-de-lis, signifies movement. This Emperor isn't budging. It's just a difference in aesthetic, but it actually creates it's the big difference for me right now. Mountains, hardness, rock face, eyes are closed, listening to his intuition, guarding his sacred egg, his fertility. You know, the three aspects of man, the emperor is one, the hunter. You think of the owl who sits on the tree and surveys. The other two are the Hierophant, some social code, and the other aspect of man is death, the great transformer. So that reading just now, I feel like it really spoke to the idea of finding out what real masculine energy is, even if you're a female, what real masculine energy is, and also when those different aspects of the masculine energy are needed. So I'm going to put this back in the deck. Thank you for listening. And shuffle a little bit more. Sorry about my shirt. I wore this for Leo because of the golden color, but this will work for Aries too. And also my head wrap, I oiled my hair, so I've wrapped it up. I do this a lot anyway, but not meaning to freak anybody out. Okay, so Aries, February 2018. I'm gonna do a 10 card spread. That's what I'm working with right now. You know, I've been using the tarot as a way to comfort myself, to learn more about myself. I've gone through a lot of changes in the last 3 years, and I needed to find a way to talk to God without me having to conjure it, without me having to control it, without me having to, you know, I pray and I meditate but this is a way that the randomness speaks to me. And I really have started doing these videos to learn from you all, learn from your energies, and as a way to open up my heart to others. I can tend to be pretty introverted, even though I'm a Leo extrovert. Okay. Aries, February 2017. We are like an owl perched on the branch, waiting for the messages for Aries. Let's breathe together. Bring your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes just for a moment. Breathe in, out through the mouth. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. In and out. Open your eyes. 4 breaths. The number for Emperor is 4. North, south, east, west. Fire, water, air, earth. Okay. What is the essence for Aries for this February 2018? Okay. The Hanged Man. It's a beautiful card. I know my Rider-Waite deck so much better. This isn't a bad place to be. This is actually great for an Aries. This is that surveying, that waiting for just the right time. It's the right way right now. Everything is growing around you in just the right way, and you're waiting to step into this place, this new place for you. Just waiting until exactly the right time. You're comfortable right now, like this. You'll know when it's time. There's a whole cosmos of thinking. Your thinking is running really, really deep right now. It's not darting thoughts. It's deep, saturating thoughts. It's the kind of thoughts that permeate down into your heart, down into your gut, whole body sensations of thinking, being. Let's see what crosses this for Aries, February 2018. Oh my, the Hermit. Okay. The 9. The compromise. Even though you've set up a perfect place and everything is vibrant and growing around you and changing and abundant, you're choosing to, these are in total support of each other. You're choosing to seclude yourself and wait. This is a definite spiritual choice for you. Look at the 2 trees. 2 trees here, 2 trees there. This is 2 pathways, and I'm wondering, in this pathway, it seems now that I see this, it seems like this is almost in spite of yourself. There's some spite here. You'll just go away even though all of this growth, all, if this was environment, people, your surroundings, they want to interact with you. It seems like, no, I'm just going to hang. I'm just going to throw myself upside down and go away. But you can still see me, right? Seems a little bit in spite. I know what I said earlier, but now that this has crossed it, I feel like there's a choice here, or 2 different pathways. This is different. You're not worried about other people seeing you go through this. You're not worried about you're not in spite. You're doing this because you need to. You're doing this because you need to remember who you are, who you really are. Not just as that Marion Woodman quote, not someone else's code or mother code or church or establishment or state, other people's rules, but what are your rules for yourself? How are you choosing to live? So this almost seems like now the deep permeating thoughts I was talking about are here. So now I see the cross. They both look somewhat similar. There's a going inward, but there's somewhat of a pretend quality here. Surface. Let's see what is the destiny or goal of this month for Aries. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Ace of Cups. A fresh feeling of pure love coming to you. And also you're wanting to share that. You're wanting to share what you find through this process, who you really are, your light. You want to share that with others. Look at this eagle at the very top, peering down over what's in the cup. That majesty, that's perfect for Aries. So majestic. When you give love, it is romantic, it's detailed, it's complete. Go deep. Go deep. See how it's emerging out of deep, deep space? Go deep, Aries. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. What's underneath this situation for Aries? 7 of Swords. Okay, this came up in the Leo reading. 7 of Swords with a full moon. And he's saying, no thanks. Huh. Or is he just about to grab one of those swords? We'll find out a little bit more when the rest of the cards come out, but I feel like you're just about to grab something that you're used to, something that's worked for you in the past. Whether it's a lashing out, a sharp tongue, a trick you've got up your sleeve, to try to make yourself feel comfortable again in what you know. But the Hermit is ready to find out what he doesn't know. The Hermit is sacrificing his comfort for knowledge, for truth, for love. Looks like love. Love in your case. So don't be scared of, again, going deeper than that quick tongue or quick fist or quick anything. Look at, there's a little dunce cap there on his lap. I wonder why. Is this a cycle that you do? You seclude yourself, and then, but still I don't know. I don't want to call it a show. Aries, you're my kin. You're my fire kin. I'm a Leo. But is this a cycle that you keep doing? You seclude yourself, but in spite of something, you got pissed and you're just thinking about, well, I knew that was done before. I knew what I did was done before when I grabbed that word and threw it out there and tried to hurt somebody. I think it's suggesting that you find a new way of communicating, of expressing, of loving. The past, 8 of Wands, totally fast. Okay, so this makes sense. At the bottom of it, you've been quick to you've been quick. I mean, and this energy, this hermit energy or the hanged man energy is going to feel so laborious and so slow, but so needed. You're used to throwing out everything really, really fast, and it works for you. You're used to staying up here in this world of, well, earthly world. You're used to romance. You're used to success, or those are the things that you want, and you throw your arrows out in that direction. Your wands. But look where it's coming from. The heart and the intuition and spirit, divinity. So usually we see the divinity at the top, and here it's at the bottom. The source. Pay more attention instead of, it feels like all the attention is going out, and in the past, I think it has, but now you're becoming more aware of source energy. Why are you throwing these things out? Heart, owl, intuition. From where are these actions even coming from? Yes. Things are changing now for you. You're in shifting energy centers, the ram is totally solar plexus. But think about it, this hands, anytime you're dealing with hands, it's coming from heart. Hands are an extension of heart. And you're starting to realize that, but you're going in this waiting, searching out new ways of expressing yourself. Near future. Okay. 5 of Wands. Major conflict here. Major conflict. You know, the symbol for Aries is window. Window. In the near future, if there's some sort of, if you did grab this sword and start to machete your way through everything and try to order everything into what you think it should be, shoulds. Shoulds. I'm seeing shoulds. You think things should be a certain way. And what you do with that when you have those rigid expectations is you spear yourself on them. I see this as both aspects of you. You're trying to get beyond this window with this path. You're trying to get beyond, but you just keep getting stuck on how things should be, how you expect things to go. I mean, maybe this could be a window where you stand on the other side and you just look out. Think about that owl. Think about that energy that waits until the right time instead of jumping out the window and piercing yourself onto the fence downstairs. And this human hand and this kind of machine hand holding you here. This seems to go back, way back, like childhood stuff where you felt like you had to, you felt alone. You felt alone. You felt like you had to protect yourself and stick up for yourself and feed yourself, and you just felt alone. So it seems so mechanical to be this way. It seems so mechanical to be fast and think about out and think about how you're going to take care of yourself and how your expectations of what is right and good and successful, quick to cut, even though it hasn't worked for you lately. But I see this as a cycle that's going way back. And now you get the chance to change it and to receive more love and to be able to share love more freely. Not fenced off from people. Because of your own spite or own doing. Self card. 7 of Cups. Again, I see a relationship between this near future, this cycle thing going back to childhood. Again, the hands coming up from below. How much emotion and sadness and despair could a child feel if he feels like she wasn't supported or nourished or fed or bullied? What if you were bullied? or you felt like you didn't have enough. And so you grabbed up everything that you could, and look at the fear of losing. Look at the fear of losing. Didn't get loved enough. And you didn't understand other people's intentions, or that other people have their own processes going on. They have their own shadows, their own demons. You couldn't discern. So you're bringing in a lot of energy that's, this is real you. This is mask you. This is the energy that you've had to construct to deal with this hardening, conflicted, pissed off, rage, but underneath a feeling good, beautiful person. Original person. Let's see what's going on with environment and other. 9 of Cups. This came up in the Leo reading too. Again, I feel like, it's the environment of the Hanged Man. Beauty. Flowers. Trees. Sustenance. Cosmos. New growth happening, possibly with, I can see that Aries might have his job or her job squared away. Feels stable, feels secure. Do you feel like you have to be a certain person in some situations and then another person in another situation? I see 3 faces here. I see maybe with others you feel you're compartmentalizing, you're fragmenting yourself. You're not wholly yourself in any situation. You feel that you have to put on, again, a mask. But this is a more of an expressing, a doing in your everyday life. I feel like putting on a mask. Who are you really? And this Hermit, you're going to find out. Please go. Please don't be scared of finding out more about yourself. What are you doing when you feel like you're being your true self? What are you doing then? When you're throwing out your wands and you're making your life and you're doing it, who surrounds you? What surrounds you? When are you true? When are you true to yourself? Go on the search for more moments like that. Find the people who see this. They see this fear, they see this sadness, they see this indecision, they see this insecurity, and they love you anyway. It's not that they hold the truth back. It's just that they love you anyway. And they support this process. They get kind of annoyed when it's spiteful. They get kind of annoyed when you're making a show of it. When people love you, believe them. If they're showing you they love you, this is all pure expression, white roses. When they show you that they love you, don't hold them off. Don't shut them out just because you felt alone before, you felt abandoned. If there are people that can, once in a while, you're on this path, but if you can have some moments of reprieve with people who love you, let them in, Aries, let them in. Hopes and fears. Oh, well, you want this. You are ready for a new way. Pay attention to your dreams, Aries. Pay attention. How are you feeling in your dreams? What's the overall emotion of your dreaming? You can learn a lot. Keep a dream journal. Minute you get up, or even in the middle of the night, if you can jot down some words or think, I must remember this. I love this moon card. I mean, this beautiful tear coming out the moon's eye. But also this, it almost seems like a leaf that's dancing. I love it. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let these people that love you see you cry. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to be vulnerable. And it's okay to just wait. It's okay to wait until the right time, but when the right time comes, then you're going down. This is totally in support. Totally in support. Now that I see these two cards together, the Hermit and the Moon. 9. These numbers equal up to 9. 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. A master number. It's mastery. It's mastery of, and not in the way of the throne and the 4 rams and control. It's that mastery that comes from, again, deep, unconscious work. I think you hope that people will love you for the way you really are. It's an Ace of Cups. That people will love even your shadow. And there's quite a bit of shadow here, I feel like, for February. And by shadow, I don't mean bad. I mean things that aren't really out in the open, more unconscious process, subconscious process. You hope that people will love even the darkest parts of you. But if the darkest parts of you hurt others, that's why you're taking the Hermit's path. That's why you're going down this road, looking at yourself. Not quick to blame others, shame others, should on others, should on yourself. Your shoulds. I didn't do enough today. I should be further along. I think you start by loving your own shadow, by loving this sweet little child inside of yourself. You facilitate that love. And by doing that, by really doing that, fresh new love. Let's see this outcome. 8 of Cups. Movement. I know, sorry, my computer keeps going. I know it's a little scary. It's rebirth. You know, she's basically tied this basket of her emotions and feelings and past, tied it to her hair, dragged it down the road, just at the right time, just at the height of the full moon. And she's ready to, look at these clouds, this is just one big abyss, and she's ready to untie her hair. The cups are going to fall, that past is going to fall, those cycles, those hurts, that pain, that insecurity is going to go falling all the way down, and her hair is just going to go up and embrace that light of the full moon. And it's a rebirth. The 8 is a new day. That's gorgeous. The destiny, it's an ace, but the physical outcome is, it's hard. It's hard. There's no doubt about it. But that free falling, if you do that work, the Hermit way, the 8 of Cups way, if you love yourself, even your faults, that way, it's a lot of freedom. You lift the weight. You lift the weight of having to control everything. Build up an armor, build up a persona, build up an image that isn't truly you. That weight, when you let that go, I think you're going to feel very, very good. I haven't done this yet. Ooh, but I just lifted up, bottom of the deck. Well, isn't this something that you'd love? By doing all of this, every part of your life comes into crystallization. The cube, the matter, all the elements, time and space, money, job situation, family situation, health situation. Who knew that when you got rid of some of this stuff that's so dark in your mind, your body knows. It feels great. Wow. Beautiful for you, Emperor. Beautiful. Getting it all in a way that you would never expect. Getting it all through a way that you might never done before. Commit to it. Commit to a new way. Commit to loving yourself, your shadow. We're going to chant Sat Nam. Long Sat, S-A-T, it means truth. Nam means name. When we chant this together, it's beautiful. It means truth is my name. Truth is my real identity. Bring your hands into prayer at your heart. Long breath in. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for chanting that with me. That's a great meditation you can do, is calming yourself, centering yourself, sitting on a chair or laying down on the floor on your bed. As you breathe in, you can mentally chant. You can hear the sound of Sat on the inhale and Nam on the exhale, not even chanting it. Chanting it is beautiful. You'd be surprised. I mean, the force of Aries is speech. When you vibrate elevated sounds like that, it changes you. It changes your consciousness. Okay, love you guys. Bye.